Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing the new Yanmega EX from the newly released set Destined Rivals. So that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do have a 3-3 line of the Yanma and a Yanmega EX, and with that ability buzzing boost, it's really easy to build up the attack for this Pokemon. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from the bench to active, we can search out our deck for 3 Grass Energies and attach them to this Pokemon. And then we do have the Jet Cyclone for the 3 Grass, 1 Colorless. We can do 210 base damage and then move 3 energies from this Pokemon to one of our benched Pokemon. So as a walling option and another option to move energies onto, we do have a 2-2 line of the Dwebble and the Crustle here. With that ability Mysterious Rock in, we get to prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's EXs. So a very good walling option, as well as we do have the superb Scissors here for the 120 base damage. And this attack isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So basically, Crustle can't be walled out. And then we also do run the 1 copy of this Budew here for some cheap item lock with the Itchy Pollen. We can do 10 base damage, and then during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. And then we do run a 3-3 line of the Dunsparce and the Dunsparce for some draw support of the Runaway Draw. Once during your turn, you can draw 3 cards, and then shuffle this Pokemon and all attached cards back into your deck. And then lastly, we do run a 1 copy of the Dudunsparce EX here for that Tenacious Tail attack for the 1 colorless energy. We can do 60 damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon EX in play. And then moving on to the trainer cards for our Ace spec, we do have the Scoop Up Cyclone where we can put 1 Pokemon and all attached cards back into our hand. And then for our Stadium cards, we just run the 1 copy of this Artazon where once during each player's turn, they can search out their deck for a basic Pokemon with no rule box and put it onto their bench. And then for our supporter cards, we have the 4 copies of Arven where you can search out your deck for an item card and a tool card. The 3 Bosses Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. The 2 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. And then lastly, we do have the 1 copy of the Professor Turo scenario where we can put 1 Pokemon in play back into your hand and then discard any attached cards. And then for our tool cards, we have the 2 copies of the Rescue Board as well as the 1 copy of this TM Evolution. Ideally, we do want to go second on the first turn of the game so that we can use this TM Evolution and quickly evolve up 2 of our benched Pokemon. And then for our energy cards, we have the 2 copies of the Jet Energy, which will be a switching option, and a colorless energy all rolled into 1. And then lastly, we do have the 10 basic Grass Energies. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. Okay, let's go for Tails. Nice, we win it. I say let's go second here. We're gonna try and pull that TM Evolution, honestly. Have our opponent go first. And we even get the Tatsugiri in front. So that's not too bad. And Arven. So it should be pretty much almost guaranteed to get the TM Evolution here, unless it is prized. That can definitely happen, so... See, they get 3 basics. Okay, looks like it's gonna be the Marnie's Grimmsnarl, where we do hit them for weakness here. Weakness all day. Artazon. So they get a Snow Run. No, let's Artazon. Yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter what we get here. Is a TM Evo in the deck? It is. See, attract customers. Let's pick up the Iono. And I don't know. I think for the team evolution, we'll evolve up the Dunsparce and maybe the Yanma. Just in case they use Iono on us. You never know. It's not like we also have that many options. It was pretty lucky that we had draw the Crustle and Yanmega EX just all on their own. But they can still use Iono. It's definitely still a thing. Arven? Okay, never mind. Team Devolution. I really doubt they're going to use Team Devolution. Yeah, they just discarded the secret box. And let's see what they do here. This really should be a very easy game for us. I'm kind of surprised they're even going this far with this game, because they know they're weak to grass here. Let's see, they get rid of their stadium card. They put Spike Move Gym. So now they can just easily search out those Marnie's Pokemon, I guess. I get the Morgrim. Okay. So yeah, they're probably gonna just use item lock on us, and that's it. Yeah, Itchy Pollen. Let's go for attract customers, pick up the Arven. Retreat out into Yanmega. We are still item locked. Should we go for boss? Nah, let's just knock out the Budew. The item lock is pretty annoying, honestly. Put 3 energies on Crustle. So we pick up Grass Energy. So yeah, we couldn't use the Buddy Poffin because we were item locked. Let's see. And they're pretty much guaranteed to find that Grimmsnarl because they do have the Spike Move Gym in play. Yeah, there's Grimmsnarl. Yeah, I don't know what's saying them so long to pick a target for the 30 bench damage. Yeah, I go for the Crustle, we do negate it. Freezing Shroud. I think maybe we should gust up that Frostlass actually. I think that will be the plan. We can just scoop up Cyclone here. And I think we might need another Yanma actually. Yeah, let's boss up Frostlass here. Let's see, Rescue Board. Yeah, back into Grimmsnarl. Let's see what they do here. Ooh, Hyper Blower. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna put the Dunsparce in there. Hopefully that's it. They don't have like an Iono. Hopefully not. Because they didn't play a supporter card, I think. Yeah, they didn't play a supporter card. Wow, really? That's bad. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that's not too great either. At least we have the Tatsugiri still, so we can search something out. Counter Catcher now. For the Yanma. Okay, back into Tatsugiri. Let's see, can we get anything to attract customers? Turo. Yeah, that's not really gonna cut it. I know, I guess we'll just boss them again. Because if we put damage counters on the Grimmsnarl, we only do 240 even with the weakness. They'll just move them back with the Monkey Dory. And it's not like they can even damage our Crustle, because they do have the ability. They're basically, yeah, they concede here. Nice, we win it. So let's go second here. Have our opponent go first. So we definitely want to get that TM evolution down that first turn going second. Ooh, that is not a great hand at all. Like, I can't think of anything that we can do here. Just go for find a friend. Wow, that is bad. And looks like there's gonna be Dragapult most likely. Could still be Goldango. Ultra Ball. Probably not. They get rid of their TM evolution. For Ethan's Cyndaquil. Okay, I have no clue what they're doing here, but Iono. Wow. Let's just try the Iono here because we got nothing. Yeah, let's just go for find a friend. And let's get Yanmega. So this is like probably gonna be all Ethan's Typhlosion. It looks like the Dreepy might be there for the Dracloak draw engine. That's my guess, but that's about it. Bonded by the Journey, they're gonna get that Ethan's Adventure. So they're probably gonna get 2 Pokemon and the Fire Energy. Can we knock out this Fezandipiti? I definitely want to knock it out next turn. They don't get a single energy card. So they're just still setting up the board. The Ultra Ball. Yeah, they do get the Dracloak. So it's definitely probably there for the draw engine. Or they maybe even put in 1 copy of the Dragapult EX as some kind of a backup attacker. Yeah, let's go for the runaway draw. I feel like I want to get the Tatsugiri there. It's just something about having 2 bosses and no other supporter cards kind of makes me a little worried. Two prize cards, Ultra Ball and Buddy Poffin. Yeah, that's pretty bad. They already lost their Fezandipiti. They might just Night Stretcher it back into their hand to use that flip the script. And what I really like about Yanmega is that it's not weak to fire type. That is so convenient for this matchup, or just in general. With Destined Rivals, it looks like we got a good amount of strong fire type attackers, such as the single prize Typhlosion, the Ethan's Macargo. So there's definitely a lot of good fire attackers now with Destined Rivals. And we're weak to lightning, so that's a huge plus. They will need 3 more Ethan's Adventure supporter cards in their discard to do the 280. Which they could use Secret Box if they have all 3 of them in their hand, or they might Ultra Ball some of them away. Yeah, Ultra Ball 2. So that's not looking too great for us. If they Ultra Ball 2, they might have 1 in their hand. Okay, they already used Bonded by the Journey twice. Oh, they might get the last Quilava here. So that's probably what they're Ultra Balling for. They're getting the last Quilava to find the last Ethan's Adventure. Looks like it might be prized. No, okay, maybe not. They got the Ethan's Quilava. They're gonna search up the Ethan's Adventure. So yeah, it looks like they're gonna knock us out, even with not being weak to fire. Oh no, it is prized. Wow, we are saved. Just because the Ethan's Adventure got prized. Maybe that's what they were doing when they were searching out with Ultra Ball for the Quilava. Wow, that is crazy. Just saved by, what, the 60 HP? Oh, they got unfair stamp now. See, I think it was a great idea to have the Tatsugiri in. But yeah, it was definitely good to have the Tatsugiri in on our bench, so... Redeemable ticket. So yeah, they do get the Ethan's Adventure into their deck and got 6 different prize cards. So yeah, I feel like we just got no choice but to really just retreat out and let's go for the tracked customers. Should we go for Iono? And then let's go for Arven. Let's get Ultra Ball. I don't know what we want. Scoop Up Cyclone. You know what? Actually, let's do Scoop Up Cyclone, maybe? But yeah, unfortunately we can't retreat out, so we'll just pass. Hopefully they don't gust us. That's basically all we're kind of counting on. But then again, I still need to search out the Ethan's Adventure, either discard it or use it, which will be their supporter card. So I feel like there's a small chance they'll be able to gust our Yanmega. I think the Scoop Up Cyclone had to have been the best choice, because what else could we have done? Ultra Ball for the Dunsparce to draw 3, hoping for a game changer? I don't know. They research. Ooh, maybe they get a counter catcher on the research. Because yeah, that was the last Ethan's Adventure. They discarded it with the research. So, okay, Ultra Ball. Yeah, I'm guessing if they played Ultra Ball, they probably don't have the counter catcher. Because now, what, they have 4 cards in their hand, and the 5th one's a Pokemon. I think they still have the, what? The Dracloak for the Recon. Yeah, they still have the Recon. See, they pick up Typhlosion. Yeah, there's a Recon. 15 cards. I don't know. I feel like they might have it. They might have it. I don't know. Arven Vessel. They get rid of Gravity Mountain. Okay. They get the 2 fire. The suspense. Another Ethan's Typhlosion. They attach a fire energy. Is there the CC? No, okay, we are safe. That is crazy though, still. Crazy. But you know, now they're hitting 280. This is pretty tough, honestly, now. Yeah, we're just gonna get the 1 energy. Yeah, but I'm still kind of surprised. Not a single counter catcher, or maybe it's hidden in those last 11 cards in the deck, or somewhere in those prize cards. Night Stretcher. They're probably gonna get the Fezandipiti back. Yeah, they do. They can definitely play counter catcher still this turn also. They are behind in prizes by 2 cards. They research. Oh wow. They only got 4 cards left in their deck now. So they can still easily one-hit KO our Yanmega. Easily. Ooh, they are running Dragapult EX as well. So they did have it as a backup attacker. Okay, let's get Fezandipiti. Yeah, I guess we'll just put Yanma on the bench. Yeah, I think we're gonna gust them up for the Fezandipiti here. Let's see what we pick up. Grass Energy and Jet Energy. Wow, we're not getting a lot of supporter cards here. It's mostly just bosses. Yeah, we played 1 Iono, 1 Arven, and 1 boss. So yeah, they're probably gonna go into Typhlosion here. I feel like they basically lost this here. Pretty much just mostly for benching that Fezandipiti. That basically costed them. Because now what are they gonna do? Knock out Yanmega, and then we take the last prize. They go into Typhlosion. And they got 3 cards in their deck. I feel like it's pretty similar to the deck list that I tried out, except I didn't use Unfair Stamp, I believe. Yeah, I think we used like Secret Box for the Ace spec, and we didn't use Luxurious Cape. And 2 Gravity Mountain is pretty standard. They bossed us for the Fezandipiti. That's bad. But yeah, it's still not a big deal. Yeah, we even got more than enough energies left in the deck. Take the last prize card. And even boss. So, not too bad. Pretty close game still. Knock out the Typhlosion. Let's see, what was the last prize? Super Rod? Yeah, there we go. Nice, we do win it. So let's go second here. I feel like pulling off that TM evolution is gonna probably help us out quite a bit. And it looks like they're gonna be either Charizard or both Charizard and Dragapult. Another Charmander, Great Ball. And really not the greatest starting hand. I don't know if we should Ultra Ball for the Tatsugiri. It doesn't feel like it's worth it just because we don't have the energy card either. Okay, we actually draw it. I don't know, I just might go for that Iono here. Just hope for the best. I don't really want to Ultra Ball away the Scoop Up Cyclone, just our ace card. And a Super Rod. Yeah, there we go. We got Buddy Poffin into Nest Ball. So yeah, we already got the Yanmega in our hand. We might as well get the Dunsparce and the Crustle here. And in general, this should be probably like a really easy matchup for us because our Charizard is weak to grass. And not only is it weak to grass, our Crustle completely walls it out because they got pretty much nothing but EXs here. Except for their Dusclops, Dusknoir line. So yeah, wow, that Iono did not help them out quite a lot there, so... Let's use the runaway draw. And I guess we'll get a Dunsparce with a Nest Ball and maybe another Yanma. Go for the runaway draw again. And I guess let's put out Artazon. Just try to get that the Dunsparce chain going constantly. Because we have all the Dunsparce in the deck. Might as well. Should we gust them? Yeah, we don't have Jamming Tower actually. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just get rid of their ace card there. I feel like we can always just Turo back into our hand if we need to. Jet Energy. They're going to Tatsugiri, so chances are maybe they're going to find Fezandipiti and a supporter card here. Very likely. Yeah, there's Arven. Yeah, even if they get the Dusk Noir down and do 130 to the Yanmega, it'd be, what, 250? So not enough to knock us out. They go for the TM Devolution, looks like, Arven, which I don't know if they're going to use that. Just for one Pokemon? Yeah, they just end up discarding it with the boss. They get Charizard. Yeah, so they get their Charizard into play, the 3 Fire Energies. It looks like none of them were prized, or... Yeah. Yeah, they do knock us out. So yeah, let's go into Dunsparce. So we got a free treat. Ultra Ball. Yeah, no, I think we'll just go for the automatic KO here of the Yanmega. You just get rid of this Charizard right away. Yeah, let's Super Rod the 3 energies also. Yeah, and there goes Charizard. They are weak to grass. Yeah, our Fezandipiti was prized, so we get Ultra Ball. Well, let's see, they go into their Tatsugiri. Let's see if they can pull out another Charizard out of the hat here. They got Charmeleon. I mean, they do find Arven. It looks like they will. Yeah, there's another Charizard right on cue. Oh wow, they actually kind of run out of energies here. Yeah, they just concede here. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.